Hey everybody, welcome back to the Airsoftology Q&A show. Here it's every single week. I try to help demystify Airsoft by answering your questions that you put in the comment section of the previous week. I'm your host, Jonathan Higgs, and I'm hopefully here to help. Little new opener here. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. I've been saying the same thing for 254 times. This is episode 254. It's a lot. Every week. Wow. Anyway, real quick, before we get in, support the show. I've got new patches in the web store. You guys have been waiting, guys and gals, holding off on some new ones. I'm gonna camera will cooperate. Come on, there we go. I've got a couple new ones. I've got kind of the Vietnam General Pug. A friend of mine, Natalie, this is like kind of her request, so had to do it for her. And then this, for those who are fans of, let's just say, something a little less tactical, this is my Space Cowboy Corgi. Had to do one, had an extra Corgi design sitting around, so I had this one made. Both of these are in the shop now. They're available. Also, I am bringing back, there we go, the Christmas one of the classic style. It's also back in the store for the holidays. The reindeer Corgi on that one. Let's get, there we go, back in focus. Hey, it's a live show, I'm doing it here. Anyway, all those are in the show store, and since it is Black Friday, I'm gonna do it early, and we have deals running, no coupon code needed. I've already got discounts store-wide. Again, free shipping doesn't change. It's always free shipping in the store. It's gonna get to you no matter what. Make sure to place your order soon though, because shipping does take about 2 to 3-ish weeks, so jump on it now. Early Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale going, so it's gonna run all the way through Cyber Monday. Discounts are already there, no coupon code needed at all. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested. So these things will, I'm gonna guess, probably go pretty quick. Plus I've got a bunch of other designs, like 12 or 15 different patches in the store and more every single day. Anyway, aside from that, the show is from you, your questions from last week in the comment section, as well as recommendations of your YouTube channel or a YouTube channel you love on the internet here on YouTube that is Airsoft related. Anyway, enough about all that. Let's dive on into what you're really here for, and that's your questions in the Tippmann mail call. Checkmate writes, question, crossover. What real steel firearm YouTuber would you like to do a crossover with? In range, Victor's Tactical, Jerry Mikulik. I would, you know what? I think you guys will laugh at me, but the fact that, maybe not laugh, the fact that he is a fellow Tennessean, I would say Hickok 45. There's just something so cool about that guy. He's just laid back, he's chill, he's in his backyard shooting, actually not too far from where I'm from in Tennessee, actually. He doesn't live too far from Nashville, Tennessee, is where he does his filming. I would say that one's probably on the top of the list, or Matt from Demolition Ranch. I would say it's a toss-up between those. However, if I had a chance to do something with Vickers, I would jump on it as well. So those are my top 3 when it comes to like the people with heavy YouTube presence. Although runners-up would be like Haley for sure. I mean, there's so many, Grand Thumb, just there's a huge list. It's hard to like rank them all. I wouldn't turn any of them down. But if you ask me, I think my little fanboy moment would definitely be like Hickok 45 if it came time to do a video. Spikeus writes, hey, I had a question about oiling AEGs. I read online that you need to oil certain parts of your AEG to keep it running smoothly. I went to my local shop and asked where I need to oil it, and he said I didn't need to. So the big question is, do I need to oil my AEG, or is that an online myth? Airsoft AEGs have moving parts, right? There's a set of gears inside that turn, there's a motor, there's a piston, there's a spring, there's ball bearings and spring guides and all kinds of stuff inside that are constantly moving every time you pull the trigger. So while you don't need to lube it like every week or every month in an AEG, which is, it's very different for a gas blowback airsoft gun. So if you're doing gas blowback, I would give you a totally different recommendation. But for an AEG, I would say you do need to maintain it, yes. I would say annually, unless you're using this thing crazy heavily. Some of my heavy use guns, if I'm like putting a ton of rounds through them, like I used to, like a support gun, let's say, or something I'm always shooting full auto, couple times a year, I'd probably take them down, do a clean and lube. Inside, what happens is, because all those gears are moving around, they're touching each other, they're gonna wear out a little bit, and it's gonna be worth maybe getting in there and kind of relubing it. Now, it's not super critical. We're not talking about an engine that's running for thousands and thousands of hours that needs an oil change. You gotta think about it. A motor in your car is a combustion engine, it's metal parts, and it's like every 3,000 or 5,000 miles, and it's constantly running. An AG takes a little less beating. So while you wouldn't need to do it that often, I think most airsofters, an annual checkup would be worth it. Callsign Fallout writes, hey, Jonathan's greetings from Tennessee. What do you think of the new Elite Force Glock 18C? What's funny is about the Glock 18C, I would say that this is probably like the definitive Glock, the one that everybody used to always talk about. Maybe it's just me being in this hobby for so long, but the G18C or the Glock 18C was always like the one, like, oh, it's full auto, it's got this. It was the coolest thing, like people getting the Marui ones, and back in the days, long time ago, where you had knockoffs and things like that. Then yeah, it seemed like it just kind of snuck out. And it's there. Now, I've got a quickie video I did on it. I'm probably gonna do a full review of it. I need to put that little quickie up on like Instagram or something. By the way, if you don't follow my Instagram, it's just Airsoftology over there on Instagram. But I think it's cool. It's definitely got some kick. It definitely has a lot of power. I would not CO2 it at all. The green gas is more than enough with that extended magazine. I think it's fun. I like something where you have option. I like if you're gonna make the investment into a pistol that it can do more than one thing. I think that's super cool that it has other functionality and you can switch it to full or semi. Again, with me, my pistols and where I play, full autos, not really allowed, so everything's semi, so it's not something I would use. But given the option between me making the investment in a G17 or a G18, they're virtually the same size, I would pick the 18 almost every single time just to have that in that little fun switch that in the case I wanted to use it and I could use it, I would use it and be able to have fun with it. I think there are some times where you're caught and it's like a last stand moment. If your field allows it, you can kind of spray your way out of it, or maybe take a few guys with you as you go burning down, you know, like kind of like the Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, kind of like that last stand moment. But for me, that's what I'm just thinking. I would definitely pick one up. I think it's cool, and having had a chance to really shoot it, I have, and dump quite a few mags through it. I think it's gonna be a good one to pick up, and boy, when you get to fire at full auto, it's pretty sweet. Zenship writes, do you think rage and cheater compilations are good for the airsoft community? You know, I've tackled this one before, and in short, no, they're not. Even though I've got some great friends of mine that are YouTubers that have done this, I think I've even been guilty maybe in the past. I can't remember if I haven't done gameplay in so long, if I ever put up something like that. But it does get views. It's very difficult to get views on YouTube, so it is an effective approach. And this is what I said the last time I answered this question. However, I just don't, it's hard to say. Like I said, there's a great YouTubers out there I've subscribed to that are my friends that do these type videos, but I just don't think they're the best thing for the community. I understand why. I understand the need for them. I understand people are trying to get views, and when you put it in the title, the views blow up. It's undeniable. But at the same time, when you do a search for airsoft, if those are the top results all the time, it may discourage people from playing hobby. You know, be like, oh, I want to go see what airsoft's about. Types in on YouTube and top 10 videos, like 7 of them are cheaters. And I'm like, well, do I want to play a hobby or a sport that everybody cheats in? Because that's going to be the perception that everyone cheats if that's the top results, even though it's not the case. I mean, on any given day, you might have one person you may have trouble with, or most likely nobody. So for me, I just, it's a tough one. I know they get views. I watch them sometimes. They're entertaining, and they're frustrating because we've all been there. But I think for newer players, it could turn them off. So for me, it's a tough one. I'm really torn on it. And I think this is more of a question to push back out to you guys and gals. I mean, for all of you out there, do you watch the cheater and rage videos? Like the fights, terrible. I mean, I've done before. Guilty as charged. And the cheating videos, people shooting people and not calling their hits and stuff. Do you watch those? Do you like those? Or is it something you think is a turn off as well? I'm curious, because this is one of these that I'm always, it's like this inner debate, inner conflict I have. And I think I want to kind of see what you guys and gals are on this one. So I may push this one back to you as a community, and you can answer in the comment section below along with your questions for next week. Well, that is it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. And this one goes to Spinxtercell. It looks like Splinter Cell, but I'm like, oh, that's a tough one. Anyway, good channel. I was like surprised. Said, hey, I've been watching you for a long time. I'm like, cool. All right, I'll check this one out. And I was like, whoa, a lot of subs and doing some gameplay and some unboxings and some informative reviews. It's a good mix of a channel. I love these kind of multifaceted channels. There's a lot of good gameplay out there. There's a lot of people doing some good reviews and product stuff, but this one's got a good mix to it. I was like, hey, this is pretty darn cool. So of course I want to share that with you. And like always, I accept self-promotion. He was like, hey, check my channel out. I've been watching you for a while. I'm like, okay, well, definitely worth a check out. Got some good explanation, good product review. I like it, covers a lot of the points. Definitely a channel that earned my subscription. And if you like it too, head over to his channel, watch a couple videos. If you like him, mash the sub button on his channel and let him know I sent you under the comment section under one of his videos over there. Also, don't forget, if you do have your own channel, you can put it in the comment section below, as well as your questions for next week. Any question goes, airsoft related, or sometimes not. I kind of wander off script occasionally. But anyway, oh, don't forget too, new dogs are in, new patches, and they're on sale immediately out of the gate. That's great. And of course, got the Christmas one, the holiday one, the reindeer corgi back in very limited stock. It's a very short run, so these might go out pretty quick. If you've been holding out for one of those, maybe missed out on it in the previous cycle, previous holidays, now would be definitely the time to pick it up. Anyway, until next week, go out, play some airsoft, have some fun, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.